Hello and welcome back to Courageously Living. And I had recently gotten some questions that surfaced about my private sessions. So I thought I would hop on here and do a video to kind of answer some of the questions that you might be having about doing a private session with me. So without further ado, what's your session style? So, I really truly believe in blending spiritual and personal development. I think there is a wealth of information in both. And so I bring kind of both aspects into your session. That said, I also think a really good starting point is some of the spiritual or divination tools that we do have at our disposal. So, most sessions will be pulling from the major arcana in the tarot, and that really kind of sets the tone, and then we kind of go deeper based on that card because what I have found is when we pull like one or two major arcana cards, it really helps you kind of focus on where you want to go. So that's kind of my style, and then I just kind of weave in the personal development and the spirituality the further we go into the session. Next question, it says your description only talks about spiritual stuff. Can I come to you if I have a job issue or a personal issue? Yes. I do focus a lot on on increasing and enhancing your own spirituality, but I firmly believe that any issue we are dealing with, whether it is something really stressful at work, whether it is a divorce or something with caregiving, they all can have a spiritual component to them. And if you can identify that in yourself through our sessions, it's going to help you navigate what you're going through. I know that has certainly been the case for me, and it has certainly been the case for most of the clients that I have worked with. And it's your own comfort level of what you're dealing with spirituality. Like if you really are focused on your work piece, we're going to probably pull that tarot card to kind of give us a broad overview starting point, but then I'm going to keep weaving in how you can kind of help improve your own work situation. And sometimes referencing that card and sometimes using some other tools and resources I have available for you from a personal development standpoint. So, yes, it's just that I tend to focus a little bit more on the spiritual, which is why the descriptions actually call out just kind of the spiritual items for you. But I'm happy to connect with you on things that are going on in your life. And with that kind of leads to what's the difference between a single session and like a package deal. Those are kind of the two options on my website. And so really it kind of comes down to if you're doing pretty good and you're just going to kind of either dip a toe into spirituality, or if you're kind of already doing spirituality and you just kind of want like a little refresher or a little kind of thing to make your next moves, then that one session is going to be perfect for you. If you are dealing with I kind of hate the word crisis, but a crisis in your personal life, in your job life, in your spiritual life, in your emotional life, that's when the package deal is really going to be more beneficial for you, because we're going to start out with kind of that first session of that spiritual piece of kind of figuring out where you are right now. And then the subsequent sessions are going to be kind of those check-ins and or those deeper ways of kind of digging into things. And you can use the packages never expire, so you can use them, one every week if you want. You can use it where it's one and then I don't hear from you for like 3 months or 6 months. And you're like, hey, I've got something totally different I want to tag. Perfect. It just gives you some options and some flexibility. And with the package deals, the cost is a little bit cheaper than if you would just keep buying the single sessions. But again, totally your choice. If you just want to buy single sessions at a time, awesome, that works too. And this one is interesting because this question came from my guides, and I was like, what? But I'm answering it. And it is, do you offer mediumship? And mediumship is where you typically will connect with deceased loved ones. Sometimes that kind of falls into like animal communication, all that kind of stuff with different realms, shall we say. And my answer to that is not at this time. I don't do it professionally. I do mediumship in my personal life. I do some animal communication in my personal life. I do definitely connecting with my guides and auto writing and all of that. But I don't do it yet professionally. We'll see where that goes and why that was such a big deal that my guides wanted that question asked for you guys. So let me know if you have other questions. Only place that you can book private sessions with me is at courageouslyliving.net. Anything else would be considered a scam. So truly, truly only from my website you can book a personal session with me. And what you will do is you will pay for your session, and then within 24 hours I will send you a calendar link to get onto my calendar. And it is a manual process. I still have it as manual right now. And so that's why it kind of takes 24 hours, because I have to manually send you the links and stuff and any other information that I want to include. That is what I have for you. I hope that answered some of your questions about booking private sessions with me. And as always, no matter what the topic is, we're going to end with a self-hug. Self-hug. And I will see you on the next video. Bye for now.